What's going on YouTube? My name is ginj-tcg or Chris, and today I'm back with my second Meta Deck Monday deck. And for today's choice, we're going to be going with Charizard Dragapult. This is a deck that I feel like has been dominating the meta, and I've actually gotten a couple requests to make this the next meta deck I'm going to play. So I figured, you know what, might as well give it a shot, because it is, I guess, a little bit different to play. If you're coming from Charizard or Dragapult, you kind of got to adapt to going from either, but I think overall they both have great synergy together. In case you don't know what they do, Charizard EX has the Infernal Rain ability, so when you evolve this Pokemon from your hand during your turn, you can search your deck for 3 basic fire energies and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you want. So you could take 2 fire energy for Charizard, and then you can also take 1 fire energy for Dragapult EX with the Phantom Dive attack, which does 200 damage, and then you put 6 damage counters on your opponent's bench Pokemon in any way you like. I also should preface, Charizard EX has a phenomenal attack, Burning Darkness, which I'm sure many of you know and were probably traumatized by at some point in some game, where you do the person using Charizard will do 30 more damage for each prize card your opponent has taken. So if our opponent has taken 5 prize cards, we'll be swinging for 330 damage. In terms of other attackers in the deck, we are really only relying on Radiant Charizard, and those are going to be our big swingers. For our setup and our draw, we've got a 1-1 Bidoof Bibarel line, we got a 2-2 Pidgeot line because Pidgeot EX has the quick search ability, so once during your turn you can search for any one card you need and put it into your hand. So between like a Bibarel and a Pidgeot, you'll have whatever you want, really. And if you need a supporter, we're also playing 1 copy of Lumineon, as well as Forest Seal Stone. So if you Ultra Ball or, if you Ultra Ball like for Lumineon or draw into it, you could just attach a Forest Seal Stone with an Arven and then take another card from your deck. So that's where we'll get our V-Star ability. We also have Drakloak's ability, Recon Directive. So look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put one of them into your hand and one of them on the bottom of your deck. So it's similar to Comfey, except for the fact that you don't lost zone the other card, you just put it in your deck for later. So honestly, I think it's a little nicer than Comfey, but it comes on a stage 1, so it's a little, you can't really use it on your first turn. In terms of supporters, we're playing a very, very straightforward list. I think this is the most like stock list I could kind of find and create looking at a bunch. We've got 4 Arven, 2 Iono, 1 Kieran for extra damage, 1 Boss because we are playing 2 copies of Countercatcher, so we can use those as really all of our Gust, as well as 1 Professor Turo scenario. We're playing 2 copies of Rod. So if we need to Turo up a Dragapult or Charizard because it's taking a lot of damage, Rod back the energy, and then swing again, it's a great option to have since we've got some real tank potential. For our A-Spec, we're running Unfair Stamp just for the extra hand disruption, also to get ourselves a new hand. We've only got a 1-1 Bibarel line, so it's not like we have the most reliable draw engine if we've evolved our Drakloaks into Dragapults. So playing 1 copy of an Unfair Stamp is really nice because you could use like Stamp and Boss, Stamp and Kieran, Stamp and Arven, so you could get yourself a bigger hand, disrupt your opponent's hand, as well as set up your board a little bit further. So, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it is, we do have TM Evo in the build, so, I think we probably prefer to go second from what I've seen, just because if you could TM Evo as a Charmeleon or Drakloak and get yourself going like that, it would be pretty nice, but is it necessary? Like, you could live without it. It's not the end of the world if you go first, as long as you start with, like, a Buddy Poffin or 2, especially 2. I mean, you're cooking after that. You most likely won't have to use TM Evo, and you could just totally get rid of it with Ultra Ball or anything like that. But I guess just because we've got 4 copies of Arven, a whole bunch of Pokemon we want to evolve, and TM Evo, and we're relying on Countercatcher to get us going, we don't mind falling behind a prize. So going first is honestly like whatever. But I mean, the deck is a super fun deck. It is doing absolutely amazing right now. The sheer tank, it's got tank potential. It's got damage spread with Dragapult. It's got one-shot potential with Charizard in the late game, as well as Radiant Charizard for a phenomenal single prize like, attacker that swings really hard and disrupt prize trade. It's more or less, I think, like an outstanding combo. And I know originally, like, a couple of my friends and I were talking about this deck, and we're like, oh, it doesn't make any sense. Like, how do 3 stage 2s fit in a deck? Because 3 of them is ridiculous. But it's because Charizard has Energy Search. Dragapult's middle evolution has a not bad draw engine, and Pidgeot is just a search engine. So between the 3 of them, they all kind of round out each other and search or draw for all the things the other doesn't have. Where Pidgeot doesn't attack, it search for anything to set up the other 2. Where Dragapult EX doesn't have a great ability, its middle evolution can be used in the early game and honestly at any point in the game just for decent draw. So, you know, and then Charizard's got Energy Search to set all of them up. And then you could use, like, Quick Search to search out the one Psychic Energy, because oftentimes that's probably what you'll have to search for if you don't already have it in your hand. So yeah, I mean, I think the deck is super, super complete. I think although you're playing 3 Stage 2s, they have great synergy together, they work really well together, and, I mean, it's been shown. They are... I don't know if they're, like, the best deck in the format. I still think Guardy kind of takes the cake on that one. But it is a force to be reckoned with that is, without a doubt, a top meta deck, in my opinion. So, you know, if that being said, that's the video for this week. We're going to be running 3 games. Hopefully you get a positive record with Charizard Dragapult. And if you guys have any recommendations you want me to do on next Monday's Meta Deck Monday video, please let me know down below. Because I don't really have a preference for what meta deck I play. I care a lot less about playing meta decks myself. Like, I don't think I've ever played one to an in-person tournament, now that I think about it, or an online tournament. I don't think I'll play them online every now and then just to get a vibe for them. But I've never really played them in a tournament, so if anyone has a meta deck in specific they would like me to run on next week Meta Deck Monday, please let me know. I mean, I'd be happy to run whatever you guys want to see, and that goes for any deck, period. If there's also a rogue deck, because I spend a lot more time doing rogue decks you guys want to see, please let me know in the comments down below, or join the Discord, which will also be in the description below, and you could just send me a message in, you know, the community Discord, and let me know what you guys want. So, that being said, let's get into today's video, and let's see if we can get a positive record with Charizard Dragapult. Welcome to match number 1, where we're opening up against Chien-Pao, I would assume, but they're playing Starmie V, which is a super, super cool V Pokemon with the Energy Spiral attack. You do 50 damage for every energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon, which honestly might not be the best V against our deck since we don't have many energy in play at one time. And we open up with an absolute banger of an opening hand. Like, I am in love with this. So we're gonna take, let's go 1 Pidgey. Let me double check if Bidoof's in the deck, or Bibarel. It is. Alright, so I can get my Dragapults down later, I'm thinking, because they'll probably evolve both of these guys next turn. And I almost am really tempted to Iono here and just set up my bench a little bit further, because I want to get a Dragapult down if I can. So, you know what? Or a Dreepy down if I can. And Radiant Greninja could totally be a threat with this deck. And I think we're going to try that. So I'm going to put the energy on this guy, because I got a feeling our active is getting KO'd. And if they go Greninja and they kill our Charmander, we'll cope. I could actually play Manaphy and then not care about Greninja. That would be pretty sweet. Let's do that. And then I can run Iono. So now if I just get one, like, Dreepy down, it's the golden start. I think that is the... that's a little rough. Alright, we'll make it work, though. We'll make it work for sure. So we got Dreepy. That being said, we have a miserable time going forward because I'm staring at a whole lot of energy. But maybe our top deck could bail us out. I mean, we got Arven, so I could Arven. We don't have Lumineon or any way to get Lumineon, which hurts a little bit. But I can take Ultra Ball and get Bibarel, which is something. I almost want them to take a KO, to be honest. Like, I actually want our opponent to KO our active Charmander, like, really bad, just so I got a little more bench space to work with. I think I might have overestimated how much bench space I was gonna have. Like, I forgot it runs a little tight in this deck when you gotta play Manaphy. I haven't really played this deck too much before, so I'm still trying to figure out, like, the ins and outs of it, and more or less how to play it at, like, the highest level possible. I think I've got it down well-ish, just because I've played against it so much, but obviously navigating the different hands is a little bit more difficult, just because it's a different type of challenge that I'm used to. So we're gonna get Pidgeot, which is like the perfect top deck, because now I can Arven for, honestly, I don't even hate taking this slower. Like, I'm thinking Arven for Rare Candy, TM Evo, and just running TM Evo this turn. Well, there's no need to rush, I think, against this deck. So I could do like a Fire Energy here, TM Evo, and what do I want to Pidgeot for? Maybe a, maybe even just like a Bibarel, because I could evolve Bidoof into Bibarel, and then use TM Evolution for Dreepy and Charmander, because then I could go into either of them next turn. Let's do that. Let's give it a shot. Alright, let's quick search for Bibarel, and then I have a Draw Engine for next turn too, which should be really, really nice. And let's just go Bibarel, because I got Drakloak and Charmeleon in the deck, and my Dragapult's prized, which is okay. Like, I think I can rock without that and just use Drakloak as a draw engine for these Charizards. Although I think surprisingly, Chien-Pao would be one of the worst matchups for us. Like, I don't think that's the best thing for Charizard to go into. So we're just going to use TM Evolution here. It's alright, though. I think we could deal with them. We could deal with them pretty well. Dragapult would have been crazy next turn. Because if I was able to, like, boss up a Frigibax, swing into Frigibax, and then put my damage counters on their other one, that would have been absolutely perfect for us. I think that would have really devastated their board state and gave us a huge, huge lead. But with Dragapult being prized, it might be a little bit harder, but I still think we can make it work. They'll definitely have the attack on our active Charmander, but I could play another, because we play 3 Charmanders. Like, we're kind of relying on Charmander a little bit more than Dragapult. Just because I think all around, Charizard's a more effective attacker, and Dragapult's a little more technical, not as, like, it doesn't have the OHKO potential. It's got a little damage spread, but it doesn't help too, like, as much as just OHKOing something big in the active spot, so we'll see what we can do. And I should be able to take a KO next turn, because I could go Defiance Band, right? We didn't Ultra Ball that away. No, we didn't even play Ultra Ball, that's right. So, they could swing on our active, that's cool. Because I'm just going to take... We could actually... Radiant Charizard's going to go insane this matchup as well. Maybe I could bench that just to get it out of the hand. I don't hate that, actually. The more I think about it, I do kind of like that play. They're going to boss up who? Who do you want to boss? I think we could ride. Alright, Charmeleon, that's fine. I mean, we'll just Rare Candy. We could say... We could Arven for Rare Candy. And Quick Search for Charizard. Assuming we get nothing else off our Drakloak ability, which I will do first. So they'll KO our active, nice and easy, but that's alright, because I'm going to take a big, big KO, and their Chien-Pao go up a prize. And as long as we take 2 prizes every turn, we should be fine from here on out. Because the most important thing against Chien-Pao is you take the first 2 prizes, and you just keep going forever and ever. And we get Ultra Ball right there, so we actually have a decent hand. I feel like, for the turn. I'm going to... I could definitely Ultra Ball away Cleffa. Let me Recon Directive. See if there's anything crazy here. Honestly, I don't hate just discarding Drakloak. We have one in play. I'm not getting another in play. So I can Ultra Ball away these 2, because I'm not going to use them for the rest of the game. I could take Charizard. And then I can play... I could Arven for Rare Candy as well. What would I Pidgeot for? Maybe just get another Charmander in play. Like, I could just take Buddy Poffin out of the deck now. And get another... Yeah, get my last Charmander down. Honestly, I don't hate that. Wait, where are my Buddy Poffins? Right there. Okay, I was like, there's no way we're out. Because we got 2 Fire Energy left in the deck. It's not perfect, but I got 1 in hand. Actually, that's all I really need. I could just search for Rod next turn. I could Rare Candy, evolve this guy. I like that. I think I like that the most. Alright, yeah, let's get another Charmander down just for next turn. And then maybe I'll try to close out the game with Radiant Charizard or Dragapult. Like, either one will be fine. So for now, let's Buddy Poffin. Let's get our next Charmander down. We are going to Arven. And we're only swinging 210 with Charizard at the moment, because they've only taken 1 prize card. But Defiance Band will put us over that 220 marker, which is really all we need right now. So we can Charizard here. And I'm going to use Infernal Rain. I would love to. I'd love to take my last 2 Fire Energy out of the deck. We can put 1 here. We can put 1 on the Baby Charmander. And I can put... I guess I could put another Fire Energy on the Baby Charmander. Because I'll evolve next turn. For sure. Like, I could just... I'm pretty sure I can get Rare Candy. Yeah, I can easily get Rare Candy. Charizard. Because I have Ultra Ball. So I just Ultra Ball for Charizard EX and then Rare Candy with Pidgeot. So we'll swing 240, take a big KO on Chien-Pao. And they've got 3 cards in hand. They might not have the best response here. And if I take Dragapult, I mean, we're cooking if we get Dragapult off the prize. We don't. We get Lost Vacuum, but I'll take that. Lost Vacuum is alright. And they're going to go Starmie. So all they need is 1 energy, and they can swing 200 damage, which is kind of whatever, because all I'm going to do is OHKO it right back. And they could go up, you know, they could take all the prizes they want on my Charizard EX, because that means once they kill this Charizard, my second Charizard in the backup we'll be able to KO another Chien PAL. So I think we're going to kind of run away from this matchup at this point. Because Energy Spiral isn't going to do too much. We don't, like, load up our board with energy. Like, look at this. We're playing 4, and I feel like that's the max we'll have in play at once. Before we kind of want to Rod back. Especially, we could just be conservative. Like, I don't have to set up Drakloak if I don't want to. And they're going to boss here. Go for my Bibarel, which is whatever. I mean, I guess it's a little annoying, but, like, I'll rock. Oh, and just retreat, maybe. Alright. Okay. I mean, I respect it. I still think we could go for a big KO. Because we can... What could we do? We can't Turo and boss. And I don't remember how many switch the deck plays. If any, now that I think about it. I would be shocked if I forgot a switch in this deck. But it is me, so it's possible. Let's definitely take Rod here. I like having Rod in hand. And let's quick search. Because I might just have to Turo and just swing into Frigibax. Which isn't ideal, but if I have to do it, that's what I gotta do. Yeah, because we don't have a switch, do we? No, we don't. I've got Turo, though, so I could just keep the pressure. They've only got 1 card in hand, so I'm not upset about doing that. Taking another turn to get Charizard in play. That might just work out for us a little bit better. So I'll Turo up this guy. We will promote Charizard, and I could just slowly start getting ready to evolve the other homie again. What else could we do? I could Ultra Ball away Charizard, Radiant Charizard and Pidgey, maybe? Or Lost Vacuum. I probably won't need Lost Vacuum this matchup. I'm thinking... Because then I got Rod, so I could just, like, Rod them right back. Oh, no. Maybe I Rod now, take Charmeleon. No, because I want to get Dragapult in hand. Although, I'm not going to play it, so I don't really even need to. I could just hold the hand. If they play Iono, we'll just get a crazy quick search into... Bibarel, probably, just to draw a bigger hand, because we got a crazy setup on him right now. We get Lumineon. All right, that's a sweet prize card. Probably not something we'll play because our bench is packed. Manaphy really makes this bench feel more crowded now that I think about it. But if they don't have a KO here, which I'd imagine would be pretty hard, we're just gonna swing for a gross amount of damage and drop down to 1 prize card. It's clips at that point. Yeah, they're gonna swing 200. All right, it's over. It's over for them. It's just. We got off to a way too dominant start. I'm going to Ultra Ball away these guys. We definitely don't need them. I'm going to take Charizard EX. I'm going to search for Rare Candy. Just get a backup attacker in play. And we'll make ourselves Iono proof by evolving Bibarel as well. I am going to fail Charmander. Actually, I could Rod. I could Rod back like the 1 energy. We might as well. I'll play this here. I'll play Rod. So now Dreepy will be fully set up. I don't need... What do I need in the deck? Maybe Lumineon in the Fire Energy. I'm fine with that. Because then we're going to Rare Candy, evolve our Charizard, and just take the last Fire Energy for Drakloak. So if we do get Dragapult out of the prizes, we'll actually have 3 attackers in play to make it work. And then we can Recon Directive. Okay, yeah, this deck is insane. Oh my gosh. What do I even want here? Give me Arven. Why? Because I don't think it matters. I think no matter what our opponent does, they're kind of cooked here. I mean, I guess if they get a Chien PAL in play, we can't OHKO Chien PAL. Unless they KO our Charizard. Never mind, we got Kieran. Alright, I can OHKO. I'm pretty sure anything they throw at us. So they're either going to top deck. I don't know what they could throw at us, to be honest. Bibarel helps. Alright, that's 4 cards. That's 4 more cards. That was not a bad top deck, for sure. But it seems like we're just going to abuse our opponent into a chip for game number 1. I don't know if they'll have a good response. Team Mask Ogerpon is fine. They'll swing for not enough for the KO. They're only swinging 100. And 120 to the bench Pokemon, but we got Manaphy in play. So that's not happening either. Yeah, they're whiffing the KO on both. And I don't even need Kieran to KO Ogerpon, because we're swinging 210. And they've got 210 health. So... yeah, I think we're gonna run away with it a bit more than our opponent might like. Oh, actually, I don't even know. What does the top attack do? Sob? Defending Pokemon can't retreat? Oh, I mean, okay. That's... I don't know if I was gonna be retreating, but I am swinging for KO for kind of an insane match number 1. I almost feel kind of bad, man. I get it now. Playing this deck, and there's the last prize would be Dragapult, but playing this deck, it's like, yeah, all right. I see why people play these decks. They're good. It's you know, like once you start laying on the pressure, there's really not much your opponent can do. Because we're just hammering them like turn after turn. So solid match number 1. Let's get into match number 2. Welcome to match number 2. Our opponent is playing Quad Thorns, I'd imagine, which might be more of a sticky matchup, but it is something I 100% think we can work through. So Rulebox Pokemon are not going to have any abilities. Honestly, call me crazy, I might go into Dreepy Cleffa, because I'd imagine this guy's going to get KO'd next turn. I'll just try to thin my hand as much as possible. And, oh, you know what? I do have TM Evo. So, and an energy. Although I did want to put that energy on this guy here. Do we have another Drakloak in the deck? We do. Or do I just, you know what I might do here? Just do 2 Dreepies. I think 2 Dreepies would give us the best chance at building the best hand we can against Quad Thorns. Because I could TM Evo them both. I've only got 2 Drakloaks in the deck. Honestly, I didn't even think about a Quad Thorns matchup. But I've got 1 in hand and 1 in the deck. So, like, I'll fail one of them. Next turn, I'll just manually evolve it. But now, there's not really a chance I could set up a Dragapult for next turn, since I had to attach the energy to Bidoof. But that's fine. If Bidoof falls, and we could just get some Pokemon to sack for a little bit and set up 1, hopefully 2 Dragapults, we're chilling. Like, we're so golden. But that's all going to depend on if our opponent whiffs an energy or not, which is possible. I mean, they play a lot of cards that are disruption type support or trainers, like supporters and items and stuff like that. So it's not the most uncommon thing for Iron Thorns to unfortunately whiff an energy. They did the hardest part, which was getting DT. The chance of them hitting a lightning energy and loss owning those 2 tells me they probably have a lightning energy in hand. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Now we just need, like, this is where Cleffa would have been really nice. But I think having 2 Recon Directives will help us more, just because we're drawing a little bit farther, and we don't have a great Pokemon to fall back on at the moment, which hurts, but it's like, that doesn't help us. That doesn't help us at all. And they don't have any other Pokemon in play, so we can't totally play Counter Catcher, which hurts as well. So I can just take Defiance Band. Pidgeot is useless, and I am praying my heart out that I get Iono or something like that. Arven, I'll have to take Arven. So we could do what? We could do Ultra Ball, and I don't even hate Unfair Stamp for next turn. Just accept we might get KO'd, but I do kind of want to Ultra Ball into who? Into Dragapult. We could just sit behind a Dragapult. I could Ultra Ball into Lumineon. Is it a easy target for them to KO? Yes, but it does let me play Forest Seal Stone. Although Dragapult also lets me sit behind it a little longer, because it'll be hard for our opponent to KO a Dragapult. And you know what? I think I like that. Let's just Ultra Ball for these guys here. And we want to take Dragapult, I guess. So I can Ultra Ball away. Collapse Stadium is going to be useless, as well as Charmeleon, because Charizard's not swinging super hard. We can't use its ability. Oh, Bibarel would have been a good Pokemon to get. Why did I not get Bibarel? Oh, because I let it. That's right. I was like, why did I not just take that off my initial Buddy Poffins? Probably because I lost it. I did lose it, so that hurts. That definitely hurts, and our hand is not looking good. But I've got faith in this deck. I mean, if Quad Thorns is a good counter to it, that's what Quad Thorns is for. It does shut off a lot of our abilities in the deck that we really heavily rely on. But Dragapult is an awful matchup for Quad Thorns. The only thing is, we're not built to just set up a Dragapult. We only have 1 in the deck, and that means I'm going to have to play, like, save this Rod to get Dragapult EX back after this guy inevitably gets KO'd, and hope at that point we've already gotten Ultra Ball in hand to just help us the moment we need it. Them playing 2 Iron Thorns this turn is great, though. I'm hoping that maybe all of their tools will go elsewhere, and I could just Counter Catcher up like a Iron Thorns without energy. Maybe they won't have like a switch card or something. Handheld Fan is so annoying too. Man, they're swinging 120 though, so we've got what? A lot of HP left, 200. So we could eat another 2 hits. Ideally, We just want to be able to attack next turn if we can, but I'm not sure if it'll happen. Buddy Poffin actually goes crazy, because I could Rod now, take back Bidoof. I'm really tempted to Rod back Bidoof in a Psychic Energy, and then Buddy Poffin Bidoof. I think that'll just help us so much more. Getting a Bibarel in play I think would really be like all we need. Let me counter catcher up this guy. It's got no energy. They've either got the switch or they don't. And I'm going to thin the deck by taking Bidoof and Cleffa. I don't mind falling back on a Cleffa. And then what do we want to do here? We want to Recon Directive and pray for Iono or something like that. Rare Candy doesn't totally cut it. Psychic Energy's not bad though. Psychic Energy's not bad at all because I could attach Retreat again and just go with Cleffa. You know what? That might be the safest play I could do. Let me do that. So let me do this. I don't want to play Defiance Band. I am worried about them taking a, like, lost citying it, but actually no, Defiance Band will be too clutch. If I could just OHKO and Iron Thorns, that's insane. Force Seal Stone. Do I really need Force Seal Stone? If I get Lumineon, that's just too much of a prize liability, I think. I'm trying to think. Yeah, you know what? It's a prize liability. I'd rather just draw an extra card. I don't need to play Stone this match. I'll live without it. And I get the Lumineon, so I might regret that a little bit, but it's fine. It's fine. It's cool. Don't sweat it. We've got Ultra Ball for Bibarel and Ultra Ball for the other Dragapult I don't play. We've also got the Fire Energy, which I could start setting up a Dragapult. They're going to penny up Iron Thorns. Okay. I don't hate seeing a penny leave, though. I don't hate seeing a penny leave at all. And do I sack Bidoof here? I really don't want to, but I might have to. Oh my god. Alright, this thing is swinging for what? Oh no, it is swinging 120. Just 100 this turn. Definitely a tricky spot. Maybe I do try to get a Charmander in play and just manually set it up, because it's going to be hard to get 2 Dragapults in play. Like, fully set up as well. This is definitely a hard match, because we rely on Charizard so heavily to set up our Pokemon. They're not KOing this next turn, so maybe I do just do this for now, because I have one more Rod, so I could get this. You know what? Nah, I've got to sack Bibarel. I don't really have another choice. I need to keep these two healthy until I start swinging with them, and I don't have any way around that. We top deck Bibarel. That's insane. That's almost like not what I wanted. Oh boy, because I've got no other Pokemon I could really search for other than, I guess, Charmander. I mean, I can't use Charizard's ability, but that doesn't mean it's not a good attacker, you know? So let me put the energy here. I might as well just load up this guy. And then let me Recon Directive, because I don't even hate Ultra Balling and just getting rid of whatever's the worst. Oh, you know what? Unfair Stamp goes crazy. Never mind, we'll do that. We'll do Unfair Stamp. And I'll save the Iono. And then hopefully this can ruin our opponent's setup for the most part and just give us exactly what we need going forward. Lost Vacuum is amazing because I can get rid of Handheld Fan. Kieran's not bad because it acts as a switch next turn, although our opponent's taking the KO. This hand isn't bad. Do I want to Kieran now and swing with Jet? Low key, I kind of do. Because then I could keep Bibarel. Alright, let's do it. So I'm going to get rid of Lumineon, because I already got rid of Force Seal Stone. It's not like Lumineon will ever work. I'm going to get rid of Handheld Fan. And then I'm going to use Kieran as a switch card. And use Jet Headbutt. Kieran would have been nice to guarantee a one-shot with Phantom Dive. But I don't think I have the luxury of doing that. So I'm just going to fail this. I don't want more Pokemon in play. It's just going to be really annoying boss targets that I don't have switch cards to get around. And we have the Fire Energy for next turn. So you know what? I'm very happy with this play overall. I think this was the best thing we could have done. For sure. Oh no, I need the Psychic Energy. Man, I got the wrong energy in hand. And I don't really want to manual attach that either, because I think I have to dig for Psychic. Like, I absolutely need Psychic Energy next turn. So our opponent's got 2 cards in hand. They're playing Airy, which tells me their hand is going to be staying small for the moment, because they're most likely playing Legacy Energy. And I think the only aspect that could help them draw would be Secret Box or Unfair Stamp, and neither of which are usually seen in Iron Thorns. I think the go-to is Legacy, because that allows you to play 4 Iron Thorns, because one of them will end up being worth 1 prize card. But Our opponent's got a big swing here, and we're going to need a crazy rod play next turn, or we're going to have to manually evolve Charmander into Charizard and try to just start swinging with that. Both of which are very possible. Like, very, very possible. That's interesting. That's not what I thought they would place the energy. I feel like they should have placed that DTE on the one they just moved it to, so that when they swing this turn, they can move the electric energy to the other Iron Thorns, and I feel like it would be safer to assume I just have the KO. What do I want to dig for first, though? You know what? Let me Iono. We do have one Psychic Energy in the discard, but I need to save this Rod for when this guy gets KO'd, like, more than anything. So I can't use my second Rod. So I think the play is Iono first. Although I'll give him a hand, but I have to. I have to be able to swing. If I don't KO their active, I am cooked here. So and we get the Psychic Energy. That's perfect. And now all we need is Ultra Ball. Yeah, we're doing alright. So I like this hand. I want to Ultra Ball though, so let me Recon Directive and then Ultra Ball some random stuff away. Let me take the Fire Energy. That's really good. Having more energy for next turn is going to be amazing. I can Ultra Ball away Boss and Pidgeot, and I can Pal Pad this turn as well. Do I even want another Pokemon? Not really. Not really. I like the Pokemon we got. And then I'm going to put back... Honestly, give me Kieran. And give me Iono. Just for a new hand. I feel like that would be best. That would be best. As well as some hand disruption. And then we could Bibarel for 3. And now here, we're going to take a very, very big play. We got Counter Catcher as well. That's insane. That's going to go crazy for next turn. For sure. So yeah, let's Phantom die. Oh, you know what I could do? I could just guarantee a one-shot on a different Iron Thorns, because then I wouldn't need Kieran as much. Let me do that, because these two are essentially the same, except this guy can now get KO'd, and I can put even more damage wherever. So I think I like this play more. Did I get rid of our last counter catcher? Yeah, but like whatever. It's fine. It's fine. So now this guy could get KO'd by Dragapult and Charizard, and I might as well just put all the damage on him, because he's already taken 100. So I feel like that other Iron Thorns is cooked no matter what. So that was a solid turn for us. Hopefully will help us get a bit of a comeback. And we got Rare Candy Charizard next turn. That is golden. That is golden. I'm not ready to attack next turn, though. Oh, and they're going to play Crushing Hammer. That's a bit annoying. But I'd rather them use Crushing Hammers now before I set up another Charmander, because they're swinging for KO. Yeah, they're doing 120 damage. Actually, I don't know why they're playing Crushing Hammer yet. They're taking the KO no matter what. They're going to area away both our rare candies, aren't they? They are. Alright, well, that's not really what I wanted to see. My Charmeleon's in discard. I have one more Rod. I think this next turn, I just absolutely have to promote Charmander. I'd rather sack Charmander than Drakloak. And yeah. I like that. I think that's my route. This is a tough game. This is a bit of a tricky matchup. They've only got 2 prizes left. So, you know what? Yeah, I think that's got to be what we do here. We got a Fire Energy, not bad. Let me play Recon Directive now. I want to dig for Rod this turn. That's my goal overall. I don't want another Fire Energy, because I'm just going to attach the Fire Energy we got to Drakloak. And then I'm going to play Iono. And put him at 2 cards. And put me at 4. Hopefully get me Rod. That's really what I need to see this turn. Arven is kind of there. Do I even want to thin the deck more? Actually, we don't have many cards in our deck. At all. Do we have another Ultra Ball? That's really all. We don't have an Ultra Ball. Oh my gosh. So I have to Rod back and then pray I draw into Dragapult. That is awful. So I might just have to fill the bench now. Let me just take Pokemon out of the deck. I've just got to thin. We've got prize liabilities everywhere, so I don't even care. I like need Rod this turn though. So I want Industrious Incisors for 4. And we do get Rod as well as Rare Candy for next turn, which is pretty good. So I can Rod back. I'm gonna do Charmeleon, Dragapult, and the Psychic Energy. Do I really want Charmeleon? Nah. Let me just get 2 Psychics back. Increase my chance of getting the Psychic Energy next turn. I've got Candy in hand, and they've already played 2 Aries. I don't think they played 3. I don't think my opponent's got it like that. Famous last words, but like, whatever, dog. Yeah, it's whatever. We'll figure it out. I think we've got the best setup I could hope for, though. And by that, I mean we've got the best chance we can at getting Dragapult next turn. If I had Ultra Ball in my deck, that would be, I think, the only thing I would hope for, just a little bit more. But they've got one prize left. They're either going to get Boss. And the reason why I put a bunch of Pokemon on the deck, if they got Boss's orders and just KO'd Bibarel, it would have been the same as bossing any of these other Pokemon. So it's like, it's whatever. I've either got the KO this turn or I don't. There's no way around it at this point. So, oh, we top deck the Psychic Energy. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. I could Rare Candy away Pidgeot, but it doesn't really help me at all. Other than take out a prize liability on the board. But I think that's whatever. I think I'd rather just Iono. Because all of our Ultra Balls are... Yeah, all of them are discarded. We've played them all. So I think we just go Recon Directive, then Iono. Because then, if we get a bunch of cards in our hand we can't thin, Recon Directive won't help us get a smaller hand for Bibarel, and I don't need any of these cards, so that's good. One's going to go on the bottom, and then Iona's going to put the rest on the bottom, so there's 8 cards. I am drawing 4, and then hopefully... Oh, perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, so we can evolve this guy here, and then I could... Oh, you know what? Let me just throw Manaphy down as well. The more prize liabilities, the better. I don't need a deck. A deck's just a state of mind. And we got Kieran for next turn. Oh, we're chilling. We're so chilling. So, Phantom Dive 200. And I can put 60 damage on. It really doesn't matter. They're not healing both these guys. They've either got Boss in hand or they don't. I think that's the only... That's what it comes down to. I either Iono'd them into game or I won. Yeah, there was our 4th Ultra Ball. I was like, we play 4, but I knew 3 were in discard. I checked the deck. I saw there was none, so I'm like, alright, whatever. The 3 we've got are gone. But yeah, they've either got Boss here or it's Clips. And they Iono, which isn't Boss, and they can't play Counter Catcher. And usually they don't play Prime Catcher, so and it's Energy Lotto. Okay, yeah, so that should be GG's for game number 2. That was a hard one, though. Iron Thorns is not a fun matchup at all, but Dragapult is going to come in clutch and carry us through. It doesn't matter where they move the energy. I'm swinging for 200 damage. And I'm going to run him over. And that was rough. Yeah, no, I had a rough time getting those Pokemon involved. I'm happy, though, I sacked the Charmander at the start. I think that really helped. Or like towards the beginning, and like the Bidoof, or I kept the Bidoof and everything. Like, I'm happy I used Kieran when I did, and I didn't sack it, because that Bibarel is that Bibarel is the biggest reason why we won this match. So we're gonna swing 200. We're gonna take our last 2 prize cards because our opponent could not get Legacy Energy in play just yet, and that's gonna wrap it up for a nice. I wouldn't say nice and simple. But we had a plan. I said it from the beginning. We needed to use Dragapult, rod the Dragapult back, just keep attacking with it. And we executed that plan flawlessly. So that's going to do for an awesome match number 2. Let's see if we can get a perfect record in match number 3. Welcome to match number 3. We did open up with a mulligan. So that's going to hurt just a little bit. And our opponent's got some sick World Seeds. And it's a Lost Box deck. Okay. This is going to be a fun matchup. We've got to pray that just our sheer bulk will keep us in this one. And Manaphy is going to come in clutch because Greninja is also a threat in pretty much any Lost Box deck ever except for Sablezard, I believe. So unless I know they're playing Sablezard, which I really don't until I see the Radiant they play, I think I've just got to assume that Manaphy needs to get benched real quick. And they're definitely prize checking ours. So yeah, our opponent is taking this mighty serious. And Greninja's right there. So I already know it's most likely just standard Turbo Lost Box. Definitely, I think, the best type of Lost Box deck to play. I know I did make a video this weekend on my, one of the best road decks, in my opinion, being Lost Tina. But, of course, Turbo Lost Box is just the way to do it right now. I mean, there's no... If you had to pick one, you gotta go Turbo Lost Box. Its matchup spread is infinitely better. I think Lost Tina is 50-50 into almost every matchup. Maybe 45-55, 55-45 into whatever matchup. So that's more or less just 50-50 into a lot of matchups, which for a rogue deck is pretty good, all things considered. There's definitely a couple rougher matchups for Tina. But I think overall, Dragapult might be a little bit rougher, but I think overall, you've got enough Gust. You could just take Pidgeots for 2 prize KOs. You could take Rotom, Lumineon. You've got Star Requiem. I think even that's manageable if you could get a dominant enough like start at some point. It's just gonna be hard because of their damage counter spread. So putting in a lot of Comfey is gonna bite you in the butt a little bit in that matchup. But that being said, we're not playing against it. So I don't want to spend too much time diving into the Tina matchup, especially when I don't. It's not my favorite deck. It's not one I care for too much. So let's get into this one against regular Lost Box. What do we definitely need? We definitely need another Pidgey. And by another, I mean a Pidgey, period. And we're going to need another Charmander, but I'm hoping I could just get one off Iono. And if I need to swing with Pidgey, that would be really bad, actually. So I don't even know if I want to play this energy down, because I've got a feeling they'll just take a massive KO next turn with like Cram or something. So I'd rather just hold on to the energy. I'll wait to play it when I know I can use it. And maybe I won't get an energy this next turn, but I'll get a Charmander. That would be preferred. And I get everything I want, except for, of course, the energy, which is fine. That's okay. So I want to fill the board, I think. Just like match number 1. Just give me a bit of everything. And let me tell my opponent to figure it out. Because next turn we could Arven for, what? Ultra Ball Defiance Band, I'm thinking. Just to thin the deck a bit. Because then we could Ultra Ball into Bibarel. And I think that'll give us the best shout at actually getting a Pokemon evolved. Unless we top deck Pidgeot again. If we top deck Pidgeot, I can Arven for Rare Candy. And I believe that's actually what happened in match number 1. So who knows? Maybe luck will be on our side. Or if I like top deck Charizard EX, honestly, not Dragapult, but if I top deck Charizard, if I top deck Dragapult, I probably will still get Ultra Ball. But if I top deck Charizard, I might just evolve Charizard and swing. And just take my time. You know, just sit behind a Charizard for a little bit. It's a lot of HP. Their deck might honestly not be able to get around it that much. And they're playing Secret Box. I love that. I love Secret Box and Lost Box. And they're playing Articuno. Oh, man. They've got a little paralysis loop going with Wild Freeze. That's a fun deck, actually. I could make a video on. I found a Pokémon list a bit back. I forgot who made it. But it loops Wild Freeze and like Monkey Dory. So you're just spam healing yourself as you damage your opponent and continuously paralyze them. And not many decks are playing a lot of switch outs, so that honestly it's a very annoying deck. It's one of those gimmicks where it's like it doesn't work 100% of the time, but it works enough where you can make a deck out of it and it'll flow nicely because you use like Palkia, Greninja, Articuno, and then Monkey Dories, and you just kind of roll from there. So our opponent's gonna get pretty much everything they want. Oh my god, that had to be the Colress of all Colresses. I don't know what the other 3 cards in their hand, but they willingly chose to Lost Zone 2 Colress off that. So that had to be the most critical cards in their deck ever. For them not even to keep one of those. Or like they pulled 3 Colress off Colress. No, actually they couldn't have. Because all their Colress are gone. They don't have any left. So there's none in their deck. So 1 Iono. And our opponent's going to be in a rough spot. That being said, we can't play Iono unless we top deck it. So here's the Monkey Dory. Wow, is it a Paralysis Loop Lost Box deck? That's insane. They didn't even take the KO. I should have played the energy. I'm such a bum. Okay. Hand like this. It's not looking good. Not looking good. And I kind of need to keep Rod. So I'm going to Ultra Ball. And I could get rid of TM. I'm going to take TM Evo and attach it to the active. Because if I whiff like everything, I could have, but at least get an energy. I could just TM Evo and take it a little slower. And then I can Ultra Ball away Arven, Buddy Poffin. And take Bibarel. And I think this is the best way I could do it. I'm happy with this. I'm satisfied. We're going to draw 4. That's a big 4 cards, by the way, too. This is a big 4 right here. And, alright. I mean, I'll take Drakloak. We didn't really get anything we needed, including an energy, but, yo, Drakloak, don't famulate. Drakloak, we only play 7, but Drakloak knows what's up. They don't, actually. Like, not even a little bit. Actually, our hand is, like, so dead, it's insane. So I might take Lumineon and hope they KO this guy. And then I might have to play Lumineon for Iono, because it's looking like it's going to be one of those games where we're going to put a fat 2-prize liability on the board that I'm going to be somewhat upset about taking, but it's cool. Actually, I don't even have to. If they KO, I'll just unfair stamp. I'll just unfair stamp first. That'd be so much smarter. I don't really want to Rod back 1 Charmander. I'd rather just use a Dragapult. But I've only got, wow. Only Monkey Dories. That's insane. That is not what I expected. We don't play any sort of Mist. So you know what? Actually, if they swing with like Mind Bend and confuse us, that could get like really annoying really fast. Because my only switch card, oh my god. Of course they airy. Of course I would be playing against a Lost Zone control deck. A little Lost Control, if you will. That would be the matchup I get here. And they don't KO us still. So this isn't great. I'm going to Recon Directive and hope I get something useful. Those are both really, really useful cards. I'm going to take Ultra Ball, though. Because I can get rid of... I could always rod back Lumineon if I want it. But it's just such an easy Gust target, and it's annoying for us to retreat and switch. So I'd rather get rid of these guys. And I could take Charmeleon here. And just evolve the bench guy. Just draw 3 with Bibarel. I think this is the best route. And then slowly set up that Charmeleon. I think overall, wow, that's insane. Okay, well, that's a thing. Great. Where do I even want to put this energy? Honestly, nowhere. I'll just put it on the bench guy. This will be fine for now, and we'll pass. This is a hand, though. This is a hand of all hands. I don't know what's going to happen in this matchup, to be 100% honest. I feel like at this rate, they might even just draw 17 cards and deck out, and it's going to be like a 20-minute video. Yeah, it's just draw pass for them. I don't know what they're waiting for. Definitely for me to get going, and honestly, I think I'm okay with that. I'm going to rare candy up this guy. I think it's about time we start attacking. Yes, I'm going to be dealing with some mind bends and stuff, but like, whatever. We've only got 2 energy left. Oh my god. There's only 3 in the deck. That's insane. That's bad. Actually, this Dragapult is going to be an insane attacker this matchup, now that I think about it. I don't even really want to evolve that Charizard right now. I feel like that would just not be the way to go. That is. Collapse Stadium actually goes kind of crazy. Who do I get rid of, though, is the question. Who do I get rid of? Do I just do this without Pidgey? No, Pidgeot's essential. Can I handle getting rid of Manaphy? I don't have any energy left, right? No. Okay. I can't really handle getting rid of Manaphy because these guys aren't evolved. What if I just lost Vacuum away? Collapse Stadium. Whatever. Whatever. I don't know what's going on. And I'll choose to get rid of this. They could keep... Actually, no. Let's get rid of Artisan for now. And then let's Bibarel. Let's Bibarel for a good 4 cards. That's pretty legit 4 cards, I'm not gonna lie. We can put this here. What supporters have I used? Iono, Arven. I don't really need to PAL pad those back. I'll just swing 180 with Burning Darkness. Whatever. I've just got to be careful with some Mind Bends. They could definitely get some big attacks and stop us from attacking, but they're not doing much damage, so like I don't even know if I'm super scared of that. I don't know. This matchup it doesn't look great at this point. Like yeah, they could just paralysis loop us, can't they? Unless I get Kieran and KO them. They don't have energy? It's got to be in hand. There's no shot their energy isn't in hand. They get rid of a dark energy. Okay. Alright. We need Kieran next turn. And I need to PAL pad Kieran back. That's our only hope. They're going to take another Articuno. Dark energy. And I don't know. They might have a water energy in there from a while ago. I'm not 100% certain. But they definitely need... Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. So... This is going to be a sticky matchup for sure. They get the Dark Energy on the Monkey Dory, the other Water Energy on the Articuno, and now they've got a easy paralysis on our active. So that's not ideal. This matchup might hurt a lot. See, I said not a lot of decks play many switch outs. Ours is the not a lot of decks. But, you know, this deck was made... Theirs was made to counter meta decks, and sadly for once, all ours actually fall in the category. You know, if I was playing Toad Scroll or something, I wouldn't get paralyzed because I would ignore the effects. That's why we run rogue decks. If I'm playing Scizor, I mean, it's a single prizer. I'll figure it out. It won't take 14 years for them to kill me. They're just going to get 1 card back from discard with Silene. I'd imagine it'll be Colress, but I'm not sure. Does it say on the side? I always forget. It should. Yeah, put Counter Catcher. Alright. So even if they... switch, even if I get a switch, they could just counter catcher someone else up, which is annoying. And do I really need... I don't think I need... Oh, Professor Turo goes so hard here. Professor Turo Rod might be the play. might be the play. Because I also have Dragapult. And then I could Palpad back Turo. I could even wait to get Kieran. And then Palpad them both back. I feel like they might play another Airy, though. So let me just put this entire Pokemon straight into my hand. Let me start swinging with Dragapult. I'm going to start just doing a lot of damage on these Monkey Dories. And do I want another Charmander in play? Do I have more rare candies? I don't know. I know Charmeleons. No. In our deck. We got a bunch of rare candies. Yeah, I might as well get this guy in play. Oh, let me just fail Buddy Boffin. I really want to just thin my deck as much as possible. I don't need either of those guys. So we can put Homeboy down. We can Rod back. Let's go Energy. I should have held the Rod. Whatever. False Ends. We'll get Lumineon. I got Force Seal Stone still in the deck, right? Or did I Ultra Ball that away or something? No, I do. Alright, cool. Do I want a Palpad back? I really think they play another Airy. So I'll Palpad back now, and I'll just take back Turo and Iono. Because once they finally start taking KOs, they're never going to recover from an Iono. They're down all their Colress, and they chose not to get Colress off-silently. And we get Rare Candy Kieran. That's insane. This is actually, those might have been the most gross prize cards one could have asked for. And by gross, I mean like the best things I could have seen. That was phenomenal. So they can easily just move damage with Monkey Dories, which is a little annoying now to think about it. But whatever, that's fine. I'll make them waste the Monkey Dory ability on their not Articuno, unless they're willing to sack a Monkey Dory, which would be pretty big for us. So that's fine. That's fine. I think this is ideal. Next turn I can get Pidgeot, and I can just start bossing up whatever I want. They've got one Articuno in the deck, and they've got Artisan. So, hey, Articuno, I found you. Good seeing you. Yep. However, they're down 2 Mirage Gates. It might hit a point where if I KO enough Monkey Dories, or KO enough Articunos, they actually might not be able to set them back up easily. Because they need to use another Mirage Gate to get 1 Water Energy in play, and possibly a second just to get the second Water Energy if they don't have it. And they're just going to kill our Pidgey here, so that's upsetting, but like, whatever. I've gone this long without Pidgey. It seems like I'm just not going to have Pidgeot this game, which I'll rock with. I'll deal with that later. I'm very content with just waiting for Charizard. Actually, do I even have enough energy to evolve another Charizard? I cycled 2 energy back, so I don't even think I do. I might just leave that Charmander on my bench just to hang. You know, homie just might hang out there, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to have to, because I don't have enough energy in my deck to rod it back. I've got no more rods left, because they Airied when I had Rod and Unfair Stamp in hand. And I rodded back 2 energy. I need 3 for... I've got enough for Charizard EX and a very, very late game single prize Radiant Charizard. And I think I'm just going to hang on to that and just deem that as good enough for me. So we'll see what they can do. They got Counter Catcher here on who? Bibarel. I've got Kieran. Do they have the KO? If they don't have the KO, do they have Wild Freeze? Oh, they got Sableye. Okay. I don't mind taking out Sableye. They pass. Oh, that's big. That's big. Okay. And now I get Pidgeot. I would get Pidgeot now. So, how do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? I want to Ultra Ball away these guys. I could just evolve him into Charizard and then just, like, vibe. I don't want to take another Pidgey, because I feel like Monkey Dories will just do its thing. Yeah. No, I don't. I don't want to take another Pidgey. Do I rare... I think I'm going to evolve him and then just choose to fail it. Because, like... Word. I could have done it and played the... You know what? Actually, no. I'll use it and I'll take the 1 energy. I'll just guarantee the energy. And I'll keep the other one for Radiant Charizard in the back end. This is chalk. This is a mess of a match. And then let me switch into Charizard. Because I don't want to just put damage counters in play if I don't have to. So let me take my 3rd prize. And let me draw 4. I'm just going to hold Radiant Charizard until the very, very end. I like this. I like this. I like this a lot. We're going to swing for 420 damage. That Sableye is more than KO'd. This is going to be a long last game. I got a long 3 prizes left. Like a very, very long, tedious 3 prizes, and we get another Fire Energy. Alright, that other Charizard's going to be live. Screw Radiant Charizard. I'm doing this thing with 3 more EXs. And I'm confident in that. Because they're going to take a big attack here with Wild Freeze, but I'm going to rip Iono and just hope that devastates them. They'll get 5 cards, but, like, I don't know what the chances are that their 5 cards are going to be useful. Because they've got to have, like, everything they want in hand at this point. They've done so much. All their Colruses are gone. They've played Silene. They've done a decent amount of flower selectings. I mean, they've got how many Pokemon? Or how many cards in Lost Zone? They've got all 10, so they could Sableye if they had a Sableye. Although Sableye wouldn't do much. Take out Bibarel, but, like, whatever. They've either got Wild Freeze or they don't. That's all I see. Unless I top deck Boss. If I top deck Boss and I can just KO their Articuno right now, good night. That's exactly what I'm doing. Forcing them to dig out some more Mirage Gates. And they're gonna need some Psychic Energies. I think their best route might honestly be Mind Bend and just hope I flip Tails. If you don't know what Confusion does, they're gonna Sacker Ninja. Crazy behavior. Crazy behavior. Yeah, they're getting Iono'd. They're short a card, and I'm hoping they need like multiple that are in their hand. So honestly, I'm just gonna attach this here. I don't need Defiance Band. I think it'll just help us keep our deck stocked. Because I don't want to deck myself out, because I think they've got more cards in the deck than me. I've got 18. They've got 17. I got 1 more card than them. And I get the energy. Actually, that's pretty cool. Do I need a Bibarel? I will, in case I get Boss for next turn. I don't. But that's fine. That's totally fine. Because next turn I can set up my 3rd Charizard EX. And we'll go down to 2 prizes. So I need 2 more KOs. If they whiff a KO next turn, or if they whiff Paralysis next turn, all I need to do is KO, they're active, and then I know for a fact I've got Turo in the deck, because I PAL padded it back. So I think we're okay. As long as, if they whiff this turn, I think we got it unlocked, eventually. If they get a KO this turn, I don't care, they can play Airy. All I need is Turo for the rest of the game. And if they're playing Airy, that's not a draw supporter, so like that's cool too. Alright, that's annoying. I'm not gonna lie, that's a bit annoying. That's gonna buy him plenty of time. Because I really don't want to Turo Bibarel. I'd rather retreat Bibarel and just lose 2 energy. These are our last 2 energy, but I'd much rather lose these. Because we've got, what, 5, 6, 2. No. Wait. How many, what's our energy count in this deck? I don't remember. Oh, they're just paralyzing us, no? That's fine. I'll wait for them to take a KO then. Oh, I could, hold Lumineon and go for Boss. Actually, you know what? That's kind of a crazy play. I like that. I like that a lot. We'll attach here. Try to see if I can force him into something crazy. I don't know what. I guess just force him to swing at Articuno is what I'm looking for. But I want to KO their Articuno as soon as I can. And we should still have Boss in the deck. To be honest, I didn't prize check if Boss was in the deck or not. But I got Artisan next turn. I could check. Before I play Lumineon, I need to play Artisan and just double check. But I think we could deal with this. We also have Lumineon to get Turo out. But I think I might have to retreat next turn. I think right now, if they don't Wild Freeze next turn. If they Wild Freeze, I'm just going to let them KO Bibarel. But if they don't Wild Freeze, I need to make sure Boss is in the deck. And then I need to attach Retreat into Charizard. And then Boss up Articuno and KO. Because then all I need is Turo. And eventually I will draw into Turo before they're KOing me. I can't see Mind Bend being that cracked. It's not. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, okay. I like this. I think we're in a decent spot. I think we're in a very, very decent spot. I can promote... No, because I have to Boss up Articuno. I was going to say I could promote Dragapult and just Jet Headbutt, but I don't really want to lose the 1 Psychic Energy. Are they going to Wild Freeze? If they Wild Freeze, I'll let Bibarel die. Never mind. That's fine. I'll hold the hand. I will 100% hold the hand. Let me Artisan. Let me get a feel for what's in the deck. I need Boss, Turo. Or like the only cards I'm still looking for at this point. Boss, Turo. Perfect. Alright. That's all we're going to need at whatever point. So, we can hit him with the sad face. I'll play into... You guys can't see it. I think my camera's blocking the sad face. I'm going to hit him with the sad face and try to make them paralyze me again. and see what'll happen from there. If they, I want them to KO Bibarel. I don't need Bibarel anymore. Bibarel has served its purpose for so long now. It carried against Iron Thorns. It carried against the mid portion of this matchup. I'm not gonna need it to take the KO here. Oh, they can paralyze with. Oh, I see. That's actually fine. You know what I'm gonna? They're gonna take a KO on Bibarel, and I'm just gonna give him Manaphy. Take it. Take it. You want to swing with Articuno? KO my Manaphy. Because we only got 70 health. You're either going to swing or you're not. And either way, I am ripping a retreat next turn if you don't KO. So we're chilling. We're so good. You don't have boss. You're not like that. You're not like that. And if you have boss, I got Turo because I got Lumineon. And I'll figure it out after that. But I think we're good. I think we're good. I think they're going to probably pass. They don't really. They want to leave Manaphy in the active, which hurts. They also want to KO my Charizards, but they need boss's orders for that. And I'm not letting them do it. Yeah, they're sitting here thinking. This has been a long game. This is a what, 22-minute game at the moment. So this is a long one. But they're playing a crazy Lost Zone deck for sure. Playing a insane. Actually, this might be one of the most fun Lost Zone decks. I thought it was Turbo Lost Box. I 100% lied to y'all. This is not Turbo Lost Box. This is like as far from Turbo Lost Box as we get. This is like snail Lost Box, like the opposite of Turbo. Very snail paced Lost Box, and they're going to switch. Okay, all right. So what I want to do here, attach retreat. We want to go into the Charizard, and then I want to play Lumineon for boss. And I think we've got it. Yes, I would love to use Luminescent. I almost said no. I would have cried. Alright. I like this. Then we're going to boss this guy up. We're going to take the KO. Because I don't know if they can set up another Articuno like that next turn. I don't know if they've got it like that. They have to paralyze us next turn. If they don't paralyze us next turn, we win. Period. That's it. Game over. Having Pidgeot would have been insane. I'm not going to lie. If we had Pidgeot, I think, in play, this matchup would be 140,000 times easier. But to be honest, I did not really. I underestimated. How did they get another Colress in the deck? Wait, what? I thought that was it. Did they PAL pad it back? No, did they Saline it back? I didn't think they did. What? I thought they. I could have sworn there was. Whatever. It's fine. It doesn't matter. I could swing here. I don't really care if they take a KO, do I? I don't think so. I could also Iono them. No, because they're closer to decking out than they are anything else. Yeah, I just swing. Alright, we're just going to swing. We're going to swing. Because they're going to draw the last card in their deck. They are... Does not matter what they do. They're not taking 4 prize cards in one turn. I would be... I would actually go insane if they somehow took 4 prize cards in one turn with their deck. I don't think it matters what they do. If they don't play a shuffle card, all I have to do is attack or just draw pass, and I'll win the game. So I'll attack, just boost the damage stats, because you gotta swing as much as you can. You might as well, but draw pass does go crazy. Nah, we'll draw pass. They made me sit here mad long figuring out what's going on. It's just, never mind. I can't draw pass. I have to attack. They're gonna play Rod. Okay, that's fair. They're not decking out. They ain't decking out. They got Articuno back if they use Artisan. However, I don't think it'll matter. I don't even... I guess they would KO one Charizard before I can get another attacker in play. But if they KO Charizard and, like, sit behind an Articuno, I'll just promote Manaphy again and tell them to figure it out. Because we've got Turo. Yeah, we're winning this match. I don't want to jinx myself, but we're winning this match. I'm very confident. And if I just top deck Turo like that, yeah, we golden. But they need, even if they have double Mirage Gate, they'd use all their Mirage Gates. Which they might. Did they lost? Nah, alright. They either prize the Mirage Gate or they got it. So, what are they going to go into? Comfy? Tell me you're not flower selecting. Tell me you're not flower selecting. If you flower select, you lose. They're retreating into Monkey Dory. Is now the time we see Mind Bend? Devolution. Oh. Oh, thank God we had Drakloak. I was like, do we have Drakloak under that guy? Because with that could have been very bad. Wow, I almost jinked myself into losing. That would have been so bad. But luckily we did not. I'm gonna hit him with the thumbs up. Their deck was mad cool. Luckily, we did have Drakloak in play, and we did not rare candy that guy. Thank God. We're just gonna swing 200. They're gonna concede, so it doesn't matter. But thank God I had Drakloak. When they put that devolution down, I'm like, oh my God, did I rare candy both of them? If I rare candy both of them, I would have lost because I had no energy recovery. But thank God I didn't. That's a crazy match number 3, and that is going to wrap it up for today's Meta Deck Monday. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's not my normal rogue deck, and it's a rogue deck channel, but once a week I do want to showcase a meta deck just so everyone's like as well versed as I'm throwing cards. Everyone's as well versed in the format as possible. And it just helps people see the ins and outs of other meta decks that they might not necessarily play. And sometimes it's nice, you know, when you're just playing online casually, even if you're a super diehard road player like myself, just to play a meta deck for like a few games online. It's always a nice change of pace. Just get a vibe for how the deck works. So, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Thank you guys so much for the support lately. It has been a blast. I had an awesome time streaming last night, even if I played awfully. I mean, I lost like 40 games in a row, but like I had a great time just chatting and playing with people. So, you know, it was a ton of fun. If there's any decks you guys want me to play in the future, rogue decks, the next Meta Deck Monday, just let me know. I want to play what you guys want to see. So even if you want me to revisit a deck, like you're like, yo, the Mousehold video was crazy, I need to see that again. I need to see more gameplays of it. Like, just let me know. I want to play what y'all want to see. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for the support. I hope you have the best day ever. Stay epic. Peace.